Jorge Sanchez runs a small local paper in his hometown in Veracruz. The paper seeks to reveal the truth about local corruption and organised crime. It's a mission for which the newspaper's founder, Jorge's father, Moises Sanchez, paid with his life.
My father would not be silenced and refused to accept money to shut up, so he was kidnapped by the local authorities, tortured and murdered. We know who killed him, but no one has been brought to justice in the 2 years since it happened.
Today, Jorge continues his murdered father's work, exposing the crimes which have engulfed Veracruz. And like his father, he has received numerous death threats.
Veracruz is the most dangerous place for journalists in the Western Hemisphere. It's a region where organised crime will murder anyone who publishes details about their activities. Here in Córdoba, well-known local reporter Annabel Flores was kidnapped, killed and dismembered last year, just one of 14 murdered journalists in the state in 2016.
On Wednesday's World Journalists' Day, the Committee to Protect Journalists launched a report called No Excuse. It calls on Mexico to do more to successfully prosecute those murdering reporters.
In Veracruz, journalists are killed, intimidated, or forced into exile if they touch on certain subjects to do with drug trafficking, organized crime, or corruption of the police and government. The masterminds of these crimes are never prosecuted.
Jan Albert Hudson is the CPJ correspondent in Mexico and has experienced firsthand the chilling effects of violence against journalists.
There's a phenomenon here in Mexico that we call silence zones. Those are areas, and here in Veracruz there are several of them, where local journalists, out of fear of repercussions, for being attacked, for being threatened, simply stop investigating corruption, organized crime, abuse of power. And the consequence of that is that the public no longer receives any information at all from those areas. The fundamental right to information is basically taken away from the public, and that's maybe even the most dangerous, the worst consequence of all these attacks on journalism.
In Mexico, more than 95% of journalists killed are local reporters. These are the very people who should be exposing the corruption of politicians and city officials, the cartels and criminal gangs. In parts of Mexico, there simply is very little to stop the crime and dishonesty. Alasdair Baverstock, TRT World, Veracruz.